Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Paddy from Crossy Shock, and you're very welcome back to the channel. And it's Monday, the start of a new week, and I got a knife that I traded for. I haven't bought a knife in over a month. I've traded for a few, but I haven't bought any because I'm getting a bit jaded. I don't know what it is about buying these new knives coming out. Not sure what that is, but I've got it, and it'll probably last for a little while. Then I'll get over myself. But in the meantime, I've traded for a couple of beautiful knives that are going to come in this week. This one, I'd tell a lie. I did buy one. See, I never remember. I bought one the other night off a fella. It was just a cheaper knife, but there we go. It's the first one I've bought in over a month. This is a Moki. Slick Slicers is to blame totally. He's one of the only other people that shows Moki knives off, and I just love his Moki knives, and I have done. And he'd sent me one to review ages ago, but I can't remember if it was this one or not. But this is the Glory, and it's a small lockback, which a lot of Moki knives are. They do beautiful bird and trite and bushcraft knives, but I'm particularly interested in their traditional sort of lockback knives, and this is one of them. Comes in this beautiful box. Now this is second hand, so whoever has been had it, I think there's been two owners, one owner or two owners, but it has been really well looked after. There you can see Moki Japan. Beautiful little box. It opens up, and inside the box you have this lovely cardboard which is corrugated, and there's something Japanese about that look, isn't there? I don't know what it is, but it is. And inside you get a little case, and we'll bring this out and look at it, and the knife was wrapped up obviously in this little bit of foam and in the box. So really beautifully designed box, and it shows their class. They have been a class knife maker for years. So I'm going to take that out of the way now, and this is the little pouch it came in. Beautiful little simple nylon pouch with a leather insignia on there, handmade Moki since 1907. So over 100 years manufacturing knives, and they're mostly, I'm going to use the word higher class because they are really, really well put together. One of the things with Moki is they like using natural materials. So your woods, your bone, your abalone, they use everything that's natural in their knives. And this one happens to be in wood. This is in thuya wood, so we're going to see it. But this isn't that lovely? That's lovely to slip in your pocket. And here we have the little knife, beautifully hidden inside here. It's just a lovely sheath. Not an expensive sheath, but it's done really well. Now, just look at this. Isn't that just beautiful? This is thuya wood, and honestly, it is just to die for. It is beautiful. Let me just see if I can zoom in. Do you get the full effect of this wood? There you go. Look at that. Isn't that just stunning? And it lets you see the fit and finish of this knife because it is unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. Look at that. That is just the most stunning wood. I'm going to have to stop before I start drooling over this knife because it is just a little stunner. Lovely and elongated bolster on it. I just like it. It's brush stainless, I believe. Absolutely gorgeous. I haven't done a whole lot of research on it. I need to do that before I'll do the full review. But everything about it. A little lanyard hole. I might get a little bit of leather to put through there. But it is just sweet as. Now, it's a highly mirror polished blade. And when I mean highly, it is, you can see everything there behind you. Even there's me old self behind there. Look how beautiful and perfect that is. And when you put a high mirror polish on a blade, it will show any imperfection of the blade grind. But look at that, it is beautiful. And out of the box, what does it come like? Let me just show you what it comes like. A little bit of receipt paper. It is beautiful. Now, it might even, because it's obviously been owned by some, but it's just razor sharp. It maybe needs a wee touch up on a little strop, but I don't even think it needs that. It is just stunning. I just think the shape, that drop point is absolutely beautiful. A nice wee bit of belly. Bringing this out to cut your sandwich at work? Absolutely. Cutting a wee bit of thread? Absolutely. Doing a bit of hardwood work? Definitely not. This is a show knife. Whether you want to put it in your case or take it out and show it off, which is what I would do, and use it for just simple tasks, that's not going to mar that, because to me this is just beautiful. Now these are going for about £150 on Heine Haynes. They have a couple of the quite a few actually of the Moki knives, and people are going to say £150 for that little lockback. Yeah, it is, because of who it is, Moki, and their standard of fit and finish, everything about this knife. Look at that. It's just an amazing piece of work. Hand finished, just beautifully. Handmade and hand finished. It is just stunning. Absolutely. Even the cut off across there, completely square. And let me just show you the blade centering. It is perfect. Look at that. Right up the middle. And again, being highly polished, it shows any imperfections much, much easier than any other knife. But the wood is what gets it for me. That is just a beautiful, lovely bit of wood. Transactions, you wouldn't know they were there. You genuinely wouldn't know they were there. Beautiful. So I'm over the moon with this transaction. I'm going to use it for a bit, and it's going to be the fifth pocket carry. It's going to be brought out to cut a wee bit of string, or, you know, anything. But, and the other thing that sort of puts a lot of people off, now there we have the Moki there, and on the other side, you'll see it's Oz 8 Japan. Now, the heat treatment that Moki do is fantastic. Oz 8, fantastic steel for a pocket knife, easily sharpened, but more importantly, easy stropped. And if you got a little bit of diamond emulsion on the strop, and I mean just sort of the half half micron, would be just beautiful to bring this back to a sharp edge if you're going to use it. And I am. It's just lovely. I just want to carry it. It's a knife, you know, knife connoisseurs are going to appreciate, but the rest of the world are going to think that's just a stupid price for a lockback. But that's them, and I'm me. And I think it is stunning. The other knife that I got quite a while back was another knife that I'd want to go, that used to be made in Japan. Sadly, it's now gone to China, and it was an Almar, and I'd always wanted an Almar lockback. Here, definitely off the same breed. This is one that I got, and you've seen this before on my knife, but again, this is at least half the price of that. But it's really, really genuinely well made. You can see they have that elongated bolster. These are about the same size. You can see the blades are about the same size. The elongated bolster is a bit more on the Moki, and this is a beautiful piece of wood. This is just a bit of generic bone that's been dyed, but look at the way they've dyed it. Look at the way it's been burnt, and it looks just absolutely perfect on either side. That is rare to get in a knife that's just this price. So I love this little Almar, real little pokey stabby blade, but very much in that Japanese meat. You can see the Japanese influence. But now here's the difference. Look at the blade on this compared to this. This finish on this blade here is just beautiful. The Moki. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I like the show knives. You know, this is about half the price of that, if not a bit more than half. In fact, I think it is a bit more than half. But here's some of the other ones that I've got. I've only got one other Japanese knife, I think. I had a quick look. But it's this one. And this is a little lockback with wood. It's sort of, is it a copy of a Buck 55? I don't think so. It's just that sort of style. I think it is beautiful. This is the Silver Collection, and this is from a Japanese company called iCut, and I'd never heard of them before. And then I seen this beautiful, I have a charade one this size, but I seen this one and I thought, Japanese, I'll have a go. I got this one for buttons. This was on the second-hand market, but a beautiful knife. Centered, it's not that well centered. You can move it sort of to where it is, but it's not as good. But this was a fraction of the price of either of the top two. But again, it's that similar size, a little bit smaller. Let's go to another one that's more modern, and this is the Case Copper Lock, which is vastly proven to be one of my favourite little work knives. This is a full EDC for me. I would use it. Now, it's just a mini copper lock, but this does me all day long. This has got marks on it. It's been used, and not abused, but used. And I love this. Really fallen in love with it. This is just a basic generic yellow Delrin. So it's causing a price range that a lot of people can't afford. All of these other ones, apart from the Moki is a little bit dearer. And here's one that's kind of coming up near that price. This is the GEC, and this is the number 83, I believe it is. 83, it is, the number 83. Again, that lovely, it's a clip rather than a drop point. This has beautiful wood on it. This is Bacote wood. You can see that on there. It is beautiful wood with a little lanyard on it, and I might just do a thinner version of this on here, on the Moki, sorry. I think it would take it. And this again, one of my users. This is just a user, and it is such a nice little user. And it's when I want to carry something. I like a little fixed blade every now and then, not a fixed blade, a lock back every now and then. I just like the size of them. And you know, size-wise, it's got a little bit of a bigger blade. It's more, it's actually the size of the Moki. Let me just get that. Let's get that down. There is very little, the handle's a bit shorter on this, therefore the blade's a little bit bigger, but not much in them. This is the GEC number 83 pattern, which is beautiful. And there's my case down there. Let's move them up. So there's a collection of knives from, this was about, I think, £10–15 I was able to get this for. Going up to the Moki or Moki at £150. This is about 120, 130. This was about 60, I think. And this was less than that again. So there's a range of little knives. And if you haven't got any lockbacks, I really do recommend them. I know in the UK you can't carry them out, but around the house they're great to have in your pocket. They're small when you're in the house. You don't need a big knife around the house. Really good for using. And even if you go and camp, and having this wee small knife in my pocket, if I was going to camp and I go out for a walk in the forest, I would quite happily take a wee lockback. Just for doing any poking or a wee bit of whittling. They're just beautiful knives to carry. I hope you agree. I hope you like this little collection because I flippin' love it. So there you go. Thanks for sharing that with me. I'll do a full review of this when it's had a wee bit of use and a wee bit of carry. And it will just be a wee bit because to me this is very special. All right, take care, folks. Paddy's away. Thanks for watching. Please, by the way, I'll just do my my advertising bit. Please like, subscribe and comment. And before you go, Frank over at Framear Knives, I was talking to him on a completely different topic this morning. Now, there's still some of the Jack Wolf knives are still available at the sale price. This will last for a week or so. It's just to give the dealers a chance to move on some of their stock that they've got left over. It's not a whole lot. There's only a very limited selection, but go over to Framear Knives on what do you call it? Facebook? No, it's not Facebook. Co.uk. You know that one? Yeah, go on there. Framear Knives. Go and check him out, see what he's got and we like. But if you like Moki knives, I only found out today, which I'm raging at because I would have spent my money with Frank, but I like this fella too, by the way. But he has some new old stock Mokis in his shop that have been there quite a while, and he would definitely let some of them go. He said if you send him a oh my flipping head, not on Instagram, if you send him a Gmail, if you email him, you'll see it on the shop. Email him, frank@framearknives.co.uk. He will send you pictures of the ones he has, but they're not all new old stock. There's a right age in a lot of them. So if you've got a few quid square and you're looking for a really fancy knife, and these are really fancy, check Frank out at Framear Knives. But also check him out for the Jack Wolf knives. I'm gone. Bye.